Hey my YouTube fans, today I'm going to show you how you can make a short edit of a song. Hey my YouTube fans, today I'm going to show you how you can make a short edit of a song. We're going to be using Serato DJ, we're going to be using Serato Flip, and then we're going to record the song. We're going to look at the lyrics to see where is it that we can shorten. Maybe at a chorus we can shorten the song, or at a point of a vocal we can short up a song. But let's watch and see. So for today's recording, we're going to work on the song called Throw Your Hands Up by LV. And as you can see on the screen, I've got a couple of cue points already done. But let's see how I got these cue points. If we look at the lyrics of this song, we can see here it says, throw your hands up, but it ends with a different lyric. There's some vocals here, and then it's throw your hands up again. Throw your hands up, throw your hands up. So we can see throw your hands up several times. And then we got this part right here where it's kind of like a rap part, which is part I want to take out so I can shorten the song. And then again we go back to throw your hands up. So what I've done on my Serato is, obviously I have the first cue point, and then here it's one of those vocals that says throw your hands up. And then over here on this part at 2 minutes and 52 seconds, I have the same thing. So what I want to do is from this yellow cue point, I want to jump to this orange cue point, and I'll do that using Serato Flip. And then once it gets to this part here, we have kind of like an instrumental. And I want that to play, and then after it's played for a couple of seconds, I want to jump to this last portion, which will sound like this. And that'll give me a good exit of this song and a great intro for another song if I start with an acapella. If you're working on Serato DJ on your laptop with one deck, you're gonna look at it like this. But when you do the one deck, you won't see the choices for recording. So if you change it to 2 decks, then you'll have that choice right here in the middle. You have this middle section here, which is the Serato Flip, and then this part right here, which is the recording. So for purposes of not trying to get confused, I'm going to remove the recording for now, and we just work with the Serato Flip. So as I said before, I've got these cue points. I want the song to play from here up to this point, and at this point I want it to jump to this part. I want to skip all of this, and this is where that rap portion was. So to do this, what I'll do first is I'll turn on Serato Flip, and Serato Flip is activated. As you can see right now, it's blinking red. It's activated when you hit the first cue point. So my first cue point will be the beginning of the song. So once I hit it, that part should turn red. And there it goes. It's turned red. So now it's recording. So what I want to do now is I want to get to this part, and you can drag and move the song around. And what Serato Flip actually records is the cue buttons and also the censor button. In this case, the censor button would be the letter U. So I'm going to bring this track all the way to that second cue point, and right from that second cue point, I'm going to hit the third cue point. So what's actually happened is, in Serato, it went from the beginning to the second cue point, the yellow cue point, and jumped all the way to this third cue point. Now from this part, I can just go ahead and I can jump towards the end. And just about before it finishes, I'll take off the looping and I'll take the save. And now this Serato Flip has been recorded. If you go to this icon here, you should have a Serato Flip. It says on, I will hit play, and now it's jumped to the beginning, and I can go ahead and play the song. But for purposes of time, I'm just going to jump to maybe a couple of seconds before that first cue point. And if I hit play, watch what happens when it gets to that cue point. See, it got dark and it jumped to the last cue point. So at this point, Serato Flip has memorized where to jump from that second cue point to the third cue point. And once that's done, you can just go ahead and record the song, and there's your complete Serato Flip. If we go back again to the Serato Flip and just hit play, just tap it, it takes us to the beginning of the song. Now, to record, you'll hit the record button up on top here, and then you'll get this bottom portion. And let me get rid of the Serato Flip portion. At this point here, I want to see how my levels are for when I record. So I'll let the song play and I'll check my levels. And my levels are just barely hitting yellow and red, so I believe that's a perfect level for me to record. What I'll do now is I'll go back to the beginning of the song. I'll go ahead and hit record, and then quickly I'm going to go over and hit the play. Now for purposes of the video, I'm going to cut the audio so that I don't get dinged by YouTube. So now we're getting to like a bridge. I'm going to let it play just a couple of bars, and then I'm going to change it to the beginning where it has a nice beat. And as you see, I've changed it to another beat to finish the song. And then to end the song, I'm going to go ahead and lower my recording volume. So now we've created our short edit of Throw Your Hands Up by LV. So this is how I create my short edits. If you have questions on how I used Serato Flip or any other type of comments, go ahead and please leave them below. I like to read comments from my subscribers and other people. It helps me to become a better DJ because I'm open to suggestions. If you would as well, go ahead and subscribe and ring that bell so that way you can get notifications of when I upload new videos.